The Kerala crash is India's worst passenger jet incident in a decade. An Air India Express plane from Dubai crashed at Calicut International Airport in the Indian state of Kerala at 7:40 p.m. on Friday, August 7th. Citing civil aviation officials, Hindustan Times reports the plane broke into two after landing in heavy rain. At least 18 people were killed. The tragedy resulted in a higher death toll than any air incident in India since the 2010 crash in Mangalore that killed 158. According to BBC News, flight IX-1134, a Boeing 737, was carrying 184 passengers, including 10 infants, in addition to 6 crew members. Hindustan Times reports that Captain D.V. Sathe and co-pilot Akhilesh Kumar were confirmed as killed, citing the Indian Commercial Pilots Association. The BBC reports the passengers were Indians stranded in Dubai by the coronavirus lockdown. The Hindustan Times cited a civil aviation expert as saying the jet had attempted to descend amidst a torrential downpour that made conditions in the airport unconducive to landing. India's Directorate General of Civil Aviation Chief Arun Kumar was cited as saying the 737 touched down too late and overshot the runway. This caused the plane to skid beyond the safety area and down a cliff at the end of the runway. Authorities reported the retrieval of the black box on Sunday. 23 people were critically injured as of the last report on the previous day. According to the BBC, Calicut is a tabletop airport with steep drops at the two ends of the runway, making it difficult for pilots to land their jets. 6 months ago, a Pegasus Airlines Boeing 737 crashed after overshooting the runway in Istanbul. Here's our coverage of the incident.
A Turkish Boeing 737 broke into pieces after skidding off a runway in Istanbul. The crashed airplane, a Pegasus Airlines Boeing 737-800 on flight 2193 from Izmir to Istanbul, arrived at the Sabiha Gökhan Airport at 6:19 p.m. on Wednesday. The plane was carrying 117 passengers and 6 crew. The International Flight Network reports that the budget carrier purchased the jet from the now-defunct Air Berlin in 2016. According to International Flight Network, weather conditions were poor with heavy rains and a powerful tailwind that may have caused the plane to touch down too late. The Boeing overshot the runway and had trouble slowing down on the rain-slicked surface. Flight data indicates that the Boeing's last recorded speed was dangerously fast at 117 kilometers per hour. Speaking at a news conference, Istanbul Governor Ali Yerlikaya said the plane was dragged 50 meters before falling down a 30-meter slope, the New York Times reports. The jet broke into 3 pieces, and social media footage apparently shows passengers fleeing the wreckage after the crash. The New York Times reports that 3 people were killed and 157 were hospitalized. According to the BBC, 3 Pegasus jets had overshot the runway since 2018, but previous incidents did not result in casualties.
Earlier this year, a military chopper crashed in Taiwan, killing multiple high-ranking generals in the country's armed forces. Here is what happened. Taiwan's top military official was among 8 people who died in the crash of a Black Hawk utility helicopter in New Taipei City on Thursday. Taiwan's Chief of General Staff, General Shen Yiming, was en route to visit troops at a military base in Ilan when the Black Hawk helicopter he was traveling in crashed on Thursday, killing him and 7 other officers. Citing a military spokesman, the Liberty Times reports that the reason for the incident is unknown, as visibility was good that day. According to the United Daily News, the pilots reported favorable conditions for landing in their last communication at 8:07 p.m. Shortly afterward, the military lost contact with the helicopter as the radar signature disappeared over a naval base in Ilan. Citing first responders, the Liberty Times reports that the helicopter crashed to the west of its last reported location in the mountains between New Taipei City and Ilan. 8 high-ranking officers and aircrew were killed, including Sheng. 5 other passengers were rescued. The United Daily News reports that a military news agency journalist who was pinned by the wreckage was able to call for help with her cell phone. She was rescued with injuries. Another wounded officer helped guide rescuers to the crash site through heavy mist by blowing a rescue whistle.
For more news animations and explainers, hit the subscribe and bell button to join the TomoNews family. Thanks for watching.